Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. I hope you're having a good one. There is so much going on right now. Let's start off with, can't overlook NVIDIA. And there's a reason why I'm talking about a stock during the crypto report, right? So NVIDIA releases their numbers and they just explode. Like, just go look at the stock price. It's incredible. The reason why I bring it up is because that means that we can expect almost all AI related cryptos to also go up. And I can tell you about that in a little while. First, let's start off with Gauntlet. Gauntlet is a blockchain risk management firm, and they've cut their ties with Aave. Yeah, they're saying that Aave's DAO, decentralized autonomous organization, has been just dysfunctional. And I'm sitting back and I'm going, ooh, that's no bueno. So I'm looking for Aave maybe to take a hit on that. What's up next? DCG, or Digital Currency Group, as you know, is a big shareholder of Grayscale. You could basically say they own it. They're in a fight with Grayscale. Apparently, not Grayscale, I'm sorry, Genesis. Genesis cut a deal with the New York Attorney General's office and the Department of Financial Services to, alleviate some debt, bring a case to close. And DCG is saying, nah, we don't like that idea. So a little in-house catfighting is going on. It's going to be a mess. I told you over a year ago that this whole DCG, Genesis, Gemini thing was going to be a mess for a long time. And guess what? It is. Now, the reason why I bring that up is because Grayscale's been selling, or DCG has been selling Grayscale shares. They need money. Between Genesis, DCG, and Grayscale, there have been a lot of outflows. I can't pinpoint who it's actually coming from, but we know recently that DCG or Genesis got approval to sell off $1.6 billion worth of Grayscale shares. So I'm not expecting it to hurt the market at any point. I really don't. But you'll be able to see little blips depending on the size of the outflows that they have, right? So we saw a little blip yesterday, but then we came right back. So little blips is what I'm expecting. So not that much of a big deal. Something that is a big deal, the SEC. I told you yesterday how Brad Garlinghouse was talking about how many losses the SEC has been taking, including from them. Now you have a company, let me see if I can get this right, Lejilex, and which is a company that wants to start a new exchange called Legit.exchange. Kind of cool name. I like that. And the Crypto Freedom Alliance of Texas. They're both two Texas-based organizations, and they're saying that the SEC is practicing overreach in their rules and regulations. That's going to be big. Regulatory overreach. I mean, they're outright saying it. Now, I have to tell you, because of Ripple, because of Coinbase, because of other companies, even Kraken winning, you gotta start to think that, well, yeah, that armor that the SEC once had definitely got some holes in it. Absolutely. I mean, like cannonball size holes, because companies are just coming up and just saying, we'll take you on. We'll do it. That's a big deal to me. That's a very big deal. It's not the idea that I want the SEC to keep losing. It's that I want the SEC to learn from those losses and adjust their tactics, work with the industry to keep the industry on the right track. I don't know. I don't understand why that's so hard. I think it's so hard because Elizabeth Warren and Gary Gensler and a few other people are in bed together, and they're just figuring out, no, we just don't like this industry, period. And we're going to do everything to get in its way. Gary Gensler did not become a big time, executive within the industry. So what is he doing? He turned on it. That's what he did. That's all I can put on it, because he used to teach and brag about blockchain and Bitcoin and all this stuff. And now he's absolutely against it. And I'm just sitting back and I'm just going, yeah, how do you believe a guy like that? I just don't. I can't. I won't, period. Something else that came up in the news today that I noticed, the United States Treasury is actually going to try to sanction Russia over a ransomware group. Now, Chainalysis had brought up that, ransomware attacks are on the rise. And if you look at this Russian ransomware group, you can kind of go, okay. Because the reason why I bring it up is because, they're getting paid out in Bitcoin or some other crypto. But the real issue is they must see ties to the government for this government to go after them. And that's what I find to be interesting. So I'm waiting to see what else happens in that space. Security is a very big deal for companies large and small. And that's kind of why I'm paying attention to it. I want to see how that's going to affect, just all kinds of markets, not just the crypto market. That's why it's a big deal to me. Now, Coinbase, I don't know if I should be surprised by this, but Coinbase came out and said, hey, the SEC really should approve Grayscale's, flip on their Ethereum trust to an Ethereum spot ETF. That's interesting. And it makes sense. Let's not get that crazy, but it does make sense. It absolutely makes sense. So I'm looking at that and I'm just kind of going, they're not going to move any faster. I think the next time we'll actually hear word about any of the applications that are in for Ethereum spot ETFs, probably going to be May. I was hopeful for March for a minute, and then I came to my senses. Earliest, I'm expecting May. Excuse me. Hester Pierce thinks that there should be no difficulty to it, but I have a funny feeling that there'll probably be court cases by the end of this. I really do think so. She doesn't want it to be. She doesn't think it has to be, but I do think it's going to be. Something else that caught my attention: a big-time attorney that used to work with the SEC is leaving the SEC to go to White & Case. White & Case, if you don't know, is a major international law firm. And this person, LaDan Stewart, is going to go and lead White & Case's crypto team. And that says a lot to me. That says that there are going to be a lot of opportunities for cases regarding crypto, whether it's, starting new businesses or whatever. But when you call a heavy hitter like White & Case, they're expecting regulatory problems. They're expecting governmental issues. So I want to see how that plays out. I don't know if it's going to be a good thing, mostly on the good side, but I'm thinking there are probably going to be more cases because you don't hire a heavy hitter from the SEC just because you want to start a crypto business. So that's just my thought. I think that's going to be a big deal. Now, Stellar, XLM, who I tell people don't sleep on them, just launched their first smart contract on the mainnet. That's huge. It's huge. They upgrade. What they're saying is they upgrade to Protocol 20, right? And it introduces Sorbonne Smart Contract Platform, or the Sorbonne Smart Contract Platform. And it aims to increase cross-border transactions and compliance capabilities. And I'm sitting back and I'm going, I kept telling people they're similar technologies. Don't sleep on Stellar. Stellar has a more retail spin to it, and XRP, Ripple, has a more institutional spin to it. It's been like that since day one. That's why I've always liked Stellar. Yes, I hold a little bit of a bag. Not a big one, but a little bit of a bag. I like Stellar. It's on my list. Paris Saint-Germain. That's right. Paris-based football team, or American soccer, if you would call it that, has decided to become a validator for Chili's. What? I saw that and I was just kind of like, they're looking to boost the reserves for the fan token. So I'm sitting back and I'm thinking, that's huge. That's not a small thing. That says Chili's is going to be on the move. I'm expecting Chili's to have a nice little pop from this. That's mad cool. So they're looking to engage, enhance engagement, all that kind of thing. And I'm sitting back and I'm going, that's smart. That's really, really smart. Anyway, you know what we should do? We should get into the numbers. Let's go do that. Alrighty. So I haven't refreshed in a minute. Let's do that real quick. All right. Just so everything's lined up. Now, who's on the downside? I'm not expecting a lot to be on the downside. Stops right about there. So there's nobody. I mean, Stacks is down 5%, 5% sway. I'll pay attention to it, but I'm expecting Stacks to take off again. So I'm not worried about it. Bitcoin goes up, Stacks is going to go up. Facts. I need to grow my bag in Stacks. How's that sound? Looking at BitTensor, up 10%. They had been down the other day, just yesterday, as a matter of fact. Who else is on here that I'm paying attention to? Beam is up 12%. That's a big sway. That's a nice move. Helium Mobile is up 14%. Helium Mobile has been moving in the right minute. I might actually look to get into that. I'm not into normally, getting involved with, coins that are below 500 million, but I'm liking the direction of Helium and Helium Mobile. So I kind of like that. I might get involved in that one. Render is up 19%. Okay. Fetch AI. I told you I'm expecting anything related to AI is going to have a nice bump today. And you can look at Fetch AI up 14%. So that's kind of cool. So I'm looking at these things and I'm going, yeah, these are smart moves. Singularity.net up 36%, up to 871 million. They're approaching $1 billion. And that would be a major milestone. So I'm definitely paying attention to that. Anyway, what else is up? I'm not going to pay too much attention to stocks. The biggest stock that dropped who has news is Nvidia, and that's the big boy. That's the big deal of the day. Just keep watching that stock. You'll see a little bit of pullback. You'll see this. You'll see that. You should be paying attention to Nvidia if you're into stocks. Definitely. The meeting minutes came out yesterday, and I said the stock was going to drop a little bit. It did. It's going to recover. Why? Because it's nothing new. It's just going to bring some clarity to what everybody was saying. But we can be in this inflation thing for a longer period of time is what it said. And that was the negative point that was made. But Fear and Greed Index on the crypto side is at 74. Not bad. It's not the 78 that it was, but 74 is still in the greed territory. DeFi Llama. Do you see that number? $98 billion in total value locked at this point right now. That's a big deal. That's way up from the 96 we were yesterday. 96 and change. So I definitely like that. Looking at where Bitcoin is right now, you can see that, yes, we're still within that blue band that I have right here. And that's between 48,862 and 52,628. Oh, that's pretty cool. The numbers correlate. That's mad cool. But I'm looking at that and I'm saying, yeah, we're going to be trading within this range for a little while. And I want you to think about this. Whether it's whoever it is that's dumping Bitcoin right now is causing a little bit of pressure. Right now, that's all being soaked up by the new Bitcoin spot ETFs. That's fine. But as soon as that's over, I think you're going to see another level. I think that's when we'll break through that 52,628 and we'll wind up getting above and most likely hitting that 55,000. That's the next stop for me. That really is for me. I really do think that's the next stop. Looking at the big board, you can see that everybody's up. Render, Tau is up, HBAR is up, VeChain is up, Beam is up. You're just seeing a lot that's up. Matic is back up to 98 cents. I think it had dipped down to 94, 95 cents just yesterday. So it's kind of a big deal. Doge, I'm not really paying attention to, but there are people. I mean, I don't like Doge, but here are the facts. Doge is still a majorly used crypto. It's a big time meme coin. Big time meme coin. All right. So I do have to pay attention to it. Right. As a matter of fact, because Doge is in the top 15, it's number 11 in terms of rank. Yeah, got to pay attention. But I'm also paying attention to Ethereum just dropping just below 3,000, but still up. Year to date, over 30%, 31.11, 31.13 if you're looking at right now. Nice palindrome going on right there. So you're looking at things, you're looking at opportunities that are happening at the moment. Solana, I'm expecting Solana to actually grow big this year. I really am. The sleeper, again, another sleeper to me is going to be Cardano. I'm expecting Cardano to do amazingly well. Do I think it'll hit $1 this year? Nah, maybe. I know it sounds funny, but I really do think that it's highly possible. When things free up, there are going to be a lot of coins that are going to move up, and it's always going to be the fast coins, meaning their trade, their speeds of their network are going to matter. Cardano's fast, Solana's fast. Just saying, those are going to be big. You're going to be paying attention to those. Avalanche, I'm expecting big moves as Citi continues doing what they're doing, and other companies look at Avalanche for a DeFi, kind of a part of their DeFi solutions. Chainlink is definitely going to rock it up. It had been over $20. To me, this is where I should be getting in. With my DCA strategy, this is where I should be getting in with just a hair extra, right? Because we were just at 20 and now it's at 18. So I could get in and make a quick, 10%? That's what I'm thinking. So yeah, I'm seriously considering getting in on that. Polygon is not doing all that well to me, but it's below $1 and had been above $1 previously. So do I think it could hit $1.06? Absolutely. That would be a 10% move. And I bring this up because when you have your bank account is not giving you 10%, not per year, not every 2 years. Here, to me, I can probably make 10% in a couple of days. That's why I'm looking at these things. Toncoin is up, is going to be up. Hasn't done anything yet, but at $7 billion with a $7.3 billion market cap, down 7.88% of the year right now, for the year to date right now, I'm expecting it to move. I'm expecting it to move in a positive direction. Just no time soon, but it's so much under negative pressure that I'm expecting that pressure to be alleviated and have it go up. And I'm not a fan of internet computer. They have their own idea. I'm just not into it, but you have to respect the fact that they're up. Sometimes I buy things not because I like or dislike a project. Sometimes I buy or sell things based on what I think the numbers are going to be. And remember, at the end of the day, I'm not necessarily looking to save on some of these transactions that I do. I'm looking to earn. Sometimes things are short term, sometimes things are long term, and I have long term wallets and I have short term wallets. That's a part of my strategic framework. And I discuss it in the upcoming book. Anyway, this is Eddie J on crypto. I hope you like what I'm talking about. Hope you like what I'm doing. If you do, drop me a note on growmybag.tv. Would really love to hear from you. And if you have ideas about what I can do to make it better for you, please let me know. And remember, I do not give financial advice. I give you a take on what the news is that I think caught my attention. I share that with you and how I think it would affect whatever particular coins that are out there from my perspective. Anyway, I hope you have a great day. Enjoy yourselves. Bye-bye.